It's Monday, September 19th. And yesterday I ranted about immigrants being sent by plane to Martha's. And now as I look at this situation, with migrants being sent to different places around the country by Abbott and DeSantis, I'm declaring this a civil war. We have Republican leaders around this country cheering these two lunatic governors on. So the latest piece, and I don't know exactly when it happened, but this is the latest piece that was reported. Governor Abbott sent a busload of 50 migrants to Kamala Harris's home in Washington, D.C. And then, several days before that, he had sent a busload or two busloads out to her private residence near the Naval Observatory. So if that doesn't look like a war to you, it certainly looks like a war to me. And maybe it's an indication that Abbott is doing this to Kamala Harris because she had taken on the responsibility for dealing with the situation in Central America. And as far as I can tell, she hasn't done anything about that. Nothing good has come of her relationship with Central America. So maybe this is just payback. So now we have Republicans all around the country cheering these guys on, DeSantis and Abbott. And DeSantis has come out and said he has $12 million to use for shipping migrants. And I would like to know where he's getting that $12 million. Is that coming out of his pocket? Or is that coming out of the state of Florida's pocket? Or is that coming out of the pockets of the federal government? It's outrageous that DeSantis has the balls to admit that he has $12 million to use and that he intends to use it. So I contend this is the beginning of the Civil War. Now, I gotta admit one thing, that this is a clever attack, but he's not using U.S. citizens as their army. They're using poor migrants from around, poor migrants from Central America and South America. And what have they done to these people? Lied to them, stood them up and got them to agree to get on the bus or the plane, telling these people that there are jobs and housing is awaiting them at their destination. So come on and sign up and we'll take you to a wonderful place. You're going off to paradise in the United States. Jobs, accommodations for your family. So hurry up and sign up because soon all the seats will be taken. What a disgrace. Lying to poor people, poor, desperate people. No matter what you think about why they came to this country, these people are desperate. They're running off for their lives. And just the sheer amounts of people tell you that there's something wrong in their parts of the world. Now, I admit there is a terrible situation in the immigration area, and that the federal government has done a piss-poor job addressing that situation. In the many, many years that it's been going on, we haven't come up with a decent solution. And I have no real decent solution. But I know that we are affecting the lives of millions of people around the world by the way this situation is being handled. Because we should be able to do much better. And what DeSantis and Abbott are doing is just blatant treason. It's treason against the rights of this country and the rights of the immigrants. There's no reason that they can't get together and come up with a solution. Their solution is to send people away, get them out of my sight. That is not a good solution. That is not a real solution. We have job openings all over this country. We're desperate for infrastructure fixing, etc. So why don't we have a plan to take these people and put them to work immediately, instead of lingering in some location with nothing to do but wait. We need these people in this country. We don't need this civil war that Abbott and DeSantis have started. This only feeds on the hatred in this country, the threat that many imagine that these immigrants are to their lives. If you have a job that you're worried that some migrant is going to take from you, then you're in a pretty shitty situation yourself. But don't blame the migrants. Look around you. Look around you and see what's going on. What have DeSantis and Abbott done to correct the lives of their citizens? Nothing. Nothing. Have they provided jobs for the people in their states who need the work? Probably not. So I ask you, no, I tell you, that this is the start of the civil war in this country. Because many are looking for an excuse to blame the other side for the disastrous shape that we have come to. And it's not the migrants' fault. They are desperate people, and we have to recognize that fact, and we have to adjust that thing properly. And why aren't we asking that great useless organization, the United Nations, to give us a hand in this situation? I don't know what's happening in the rest of the world, but I bet you that there's no other country in the rest of the world that is facing a migrant situation like we are. So look out, America. Look out, because the civil war has begun. And if we don't figure out a corrective action, our children and our grandchildren are going to pay the price for this. So I leave you with those horrible thoughts this morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.